Thank you for watching My News 26. I'm Paula Jasper. Today we're in Manistee at the Manistee Water Works Museum, and joining me is Mark Fetter, Director of the Manistee County Historical Museum. Thanks for joining me, Mark.
Hi, Paula. Nice to be here.
Now, Manistee really has two museums then?
Yes, we do. We have the one museum, which is the former Lyman building on River Street, and then we have the museum, which is the former Water Works building here on First Street.
Now, when did this become a museum then?
This building became a museum in the summer of 1955. Prior to that, it was the Water Works building in Manistee. The whole city water supply used to run through here. And it was that way from about 1882 to about 1947.
Okay, this is a really beautiful building. I can't imagine what it must have been like when it was the Water Works. I'm assuming it was probably very loud in here.
I would imagine it would be very loud in here. There were lots of pipes and boilers, and it all ran on a steam. It was a steam water supply system, so it probably was very, very noisy. Yeah. Interesting.
Now, tell us about the museum as it is now.
The museum as it is now, like I said, it was 1955 is when it started here. 1961 is when the museum on River Street began. The problem with this place as a museum is that you were only able to be open a couple of months throughout the course of the year because there was no heat in here. And so in 1961, the building on River Street became available, which was they were able to be open year-round, and so they decided to keep this building open as the museum. Originally, the building on River Street was just kind of in addition to this building, and this was the main museum originally, and that was kind of just kind of another building that they would have to be open year-round. But then eventually the tide turned, and a couple years later, that became the main museum, and this became the secondary museum.
You know, there's a lot of displays in here.
Yes, yeah.
Touch on some of the highlights.
There's a logging room here, which displays lots of tools and photographs and just kind of odds and ends of the logging industry in Manistee, which was basically what the town was built on, was a logging industry. So there's lots of neat stuff like that. There's a shoe shop from one of our old-time shoe salesmen in Manistee. He fixed shoes, he sold shoes, stuff like that. So that's always kind of a popular. People are always interested in that. There's just lots of odds and ends here. There's lots of maritime stuff. There's some old bones that we have here, like supposedly dinosaur, but not that's what we tell people. I'm kidding. No, but there's some old bones, lots of just lots of odds and ends. There's some piping from the old Waterworks building down here when it was originally the Waterworks. There's an old barber shop. Just lots of neat stuff. Yeah.
Now it's open July and August?
It's open July and August, Wednesday through Saturday from 12 to 4.
And where's it located?
It's located on First Street here, close to First Street Beach in Manistee.
And it's got a nice old smell.
It does have a nice, yeah, that's one of the things, yeah, you recognize. People usually come in and they go, smells like a museum. Yeah, so, yeah.
Thanks for joining me, Mark.
Thanks, Paula.
Paula Jasper, My News 26 in Manistee.